These 5 emotions are often hidden in survivors of narcissistic abuse. Many people assume that healing is about anger or sadness, but there's a subtlety here most don't see. These feelings aren't just stifled. They're often muted so deeply that the survivor barely recognizes them. In this video, we'll explore 5 emotions that are suppressed in survivors and what that looks like in real life. 1. Relief. Survivors often live with constant hyper-vigilance, waiting for the next manipulation or outburst. The emotion that quietly waits in the wings is relief, the kind you feel when you realize you are no longer in that storm. But here's the catch. Many survivors barely allow themselves to feel it. It sneaks in quietly, like sunlight through a crack in the blinds, and is often dismissed as guilt. Am I bad for feeling okay? They wonder. Relief becomes a secret whisper rather than a celebration. They might notice their shoulders unclench but almost apologize for it. That quiet sigh at the end of a traumatic chapter is actually a profound emotional signal. They are allowed to breathe. 2. Anticipatory joy. This one is tricky. Survivors often become conditioned to brace for disappointment. Expecting betrayal or criticism can become a default setting, leaving very little room for excitement about the future. Anticipatory joy, the thrill of planning something good, is suppressed. Even simple pleasures like looking forward to a weekend hike or an art class are muted by the "what if it goes wrong" mindset. When they do let themselves feel it, it's often in tiny doses, almost as if joy is something foreign or indulgent. Relearning that it's safe to feel excited without consequences is a revolutionary act for them. 3. Quiet pride. Survivors of narcissistic abuse are often trained to doubt themselves. Achievements feel hollow, success is minimized, and praise is met with suspicion. Quiet pride, the serene satisfaction of "I did this and it's mine," is largely suppressed. They might finish a project and instantly start focusing on the flaws rather than celebrating the wins. This emotion is subtle, easy to overlook, yet vital. Experiencing it can feel almost rebellious. I don't need someone else's validation to know my own worth. When this pride finally emerges, it's like discovering a hidden room in your own home, filled with light you didn't know was there. 4. Gentle anger. Most conversations about healing focus on rage or explosive reactions, but survivors often suppress gentler forms of anger. Dignified, calm, and firm boundaries. This anger is not about retaliation, it's about recognition. This was wrong, and I will not tolerate it again. Yet years of gaslighting can make even mild irritation feel dangerous. They might apologize for feeling annoyed or convince themselves their discomfort isn't justified. Allowing gentle anger is a quiet reclamation of self-respect. It's the emotion that lets them say no without guilt, leave without chaos, and draw a line without trembling. It's the emotional equivalent of quietly raising a shield after walking through a storm. 5. Tender hope. Hope is often painted as naive or fragile, but for survivors, it's the emotion that carries the weight of 1,000 tiny recoveries. Tender hope is not the loud, confident, future-focused optimism you see in movies. It's the small belief that maybe, just maybe, life can feel safe again. Survivors suppress this because hope feels risky. What if it's dashed again? What if trusting themselves backfires? Yet without it, healing stalls. Tender hope is the gentle heartbeat that reminds them they can trust small joys, small connections, small moments. When they finally let themselves feel it, it's like standing in a quiet garden after years in a desert.